Hello and welcome to the KJD Show. I'm your host, KJD. So, one of the things I'm going to talk about tonight is change. Over the course of time, the human body is going to change. There's certain things that's going to happen as you get older. There's going to be certain things when you're 30 years old you won't be able to do that you were able to do when you're 20. Obviously, as you get older, your views on things change. The things you value change. Your opinions change. Consequently, certain things are also going to change, like where you live at, what kind of job you work, what kind of friends you have, the company you keep, who you end up marrying, who you end up having kids from. Um, so that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight. You know, is a lot of it natural? Is it a lot of it the human being's own choosing? I'm gonna say to an extent. Some of it I think it is because of our own doings. A lot of it I think is just natural. I mean, there's certain opinions that you have. Your own brain and heart. You can't control those type of things because a lot of it, to me, it's just a natural reaction. You're going to have different perceptions on things. I mean, your opinions are going to change. Some people aren't going to like the fact that other people disagree with them. I mean, that's life. I mean, I've lost friends because of the simple fact that I've said, hey, I don't agree with it. Or, hey, I just don't have that, I don't agree with that opinion. And there's some people I don't hang out with anymore because of it. I mean, you have some people that are quick to say, oh yeah, well, you need to be yourself, but then they disrespect you because you don't have the exact same opinion as them. They want to call you names like a hater or a bigot or a racist because you don't agree with them. I mean, hey, that's fine. I mean, if you want to believe that about somebody, I mean, that's your own problem, but change is change. You're going to change as you get older. It doesn't make you a fake or a bigot or a racist just because you have a different opinion from somebody. Certain people do have bigoted opinions or racist opinions, but if that person truly is a bigot or a racist, the only person that can truly judge them is the one man up there. And I think a lot of y'all know who I'm talking about. That guy knows the truth better than any of us does. So it's not for us to judge. I mean, if that person is that, hey, go ahead. God himself will judge that person accordingly. I'm not going to judge because, maybe that person went through some experiences that we don't know about. Maybe that changed their opinion. I mean, sometimes you have one person that hung out with a bunch of fake people, did some fake things to them that probably changed their opinion on trusting people. So maybe that person's not quick to open up to people anymore. Maybe that person's not quick to trust people anymore. Maybe there was one person that just, when they were younger, they didn't like to trust people, and then as they got older, certain things happened to them where they realized that, hey, the only way they could accomplish certain things is by trusting other people. Change can be a positive or a negative experience, or a negative or positive result. It all depends on the individual, in my opinion. Like sometimes just being around people that think they try to put you in a box, thinking that just because you quote unquote belong to a certain group of people, or because you hang out with a certain group of people, you should all think the same. Excuse my expression on this, but I call that bullshit. I mean, just because you hang out with a certain group of people, or because you quote unquote belong to a certain group of people, you're not supposed to think a certain way. You're supposed to think the way that you believe you should think. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to agree with everybody's opinions. I don't expect anybody to agree with my opinions, but I will respect everyone's opinion. I'm not going to attack anyone personally over their opinion, and I expect the same respect from other people. I mean, I do think that's part of what's wrong with society today. We like to attack people instead of attacking problems. I think it's a huge reason why the world's in the spot that it's in today. I don't see the world getting any better until we learn to attack problems instead of attacking people. It's kind of why talking sports is probably the next hardest thing to talk about after talking about religion and politics. I mean, people talk about sports with the same exact animosity towards other people as they talk about politics and religion. I feel like I've lost a lot of friends over that. You know, a lot of the friends that in the Luling area they used to hang out with, I don't hang out with them anymore. If you know me, you probably know who I'm talking about, even though I'm not going to say anybody's names for the sake of not ruining anybody's reputation. But I honestly feel that I've lost a lot of friends over that. You know, just because, you know, I didn't agree with them and they thought, oh, well, you're just a hater or a bigot. Oh, well, if you really feel that way about me, that's your problem. You know, I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. You know, I will respect your opinion, but I also expect the same courtesy from you as well. I mean, if you're honestly going to feel that way about my opinion on something such as sports, then I sure wouldn't want to hear what you'd have to say if you heard my opinion on a much more meaningful manner. To me, I think that's very bigoted if you're going to disrespect somebody because they don't agree with you over a menial topic such as sports. I mean, that's just the way I see it. I mean, over time, people are going to change. I mean, change is a natural law of life. Just like how I probably inadvertently changed the subject of this topic of the video throughout the course. I mean, even your opinions on those type of issues probably change as you get older or as you go through different experiences. Sometimes who you expose yourself to as a human being and what people you come across as you get older, that can cause some change in like your opinions. I mean, I remember when I started officiating, some of the people that I ran into that I got to meet, got to become very good friends with them. I mean, I felt like some of my opinions on certain things changed, and I felt like my opinions on a lot of things, I think it kind of did change for the better, too. And a lot of those guys who I'm friends with, y'all know who I'm talking about as well. But just like what I said about some of my Luling friends, or former friends, I'm not going to say any names either because I'm going to save face, not going to damage or falsely promote anybody's reputation. If y'all want to talk some more about this on the video, y'all more than welcome to. Later, folks.